we're gonna clean out my fridge today. Saturday today, clean out the fridge, and we're going to grocery shop today too. We're gonna do that this evening. And we listen and we don't judge, okay? My busted fridge here. I'm not sure what happened there, probably my baby. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're gonna clean it out. I already took out some things that I don't know if you can see or not, it's behind the fridge. But let's just get started. Say hello, friends. Hello, friends. Ba, ba, ba. A friggin' spoonful left. I can a lot of food, if you can't tell. We're gonna do a little bit of a reorganization here too, because why do I have 5,000 condiments? But like, you need them all. So why? My son. You store your grapes, berries, what have you in mason jars, they last way longer. I'm like, what is this? It's barley. The forgotten about spring mix. Yeah, we know. And rice we'll need to eat today. Barley, I don't know what the heck I'm doing with both. I need to freeze that. Don't even look at it. Overnight oats for my husband's lunches. Pumpkin pie. My sourdough starter. And the other week I made sweetened condensed milk, so easy to make. I do a homemade pumpkin spice creamer, like a Starbucks copycat. So good, so easy. I like to line them with paper towels in case, you know, I forget about a rotten tomato in there that likes to decompose. It's pretty gross. See? Another one. I would love a new fridge, one where the freezer is on the bottom and the fridge is on the top, because I'm getting too old. Minimal effort, right? And you know what? I didn't even throw that much away. I hate throwing food away. That's done. That was easy. Fridge is clean, ready for new groceries. We're good to go for the next week. Every Saturday or Sunday, I like to sit down and go through what I want to cook for the week. So for this week coming up, I get a lot of my inspo from Pinterest. And I have cookbooks around the house too. But we're gonna make bread. I think we're gonna make bread tomorrow, which will be Sunday. Nothing better than fresh bread on Sunday, right? And then we're gonna do stuffed pepper soup because I have all of those peppers that I need to still process. So we're gonna end up using some of them. And Tuesday, I think we're gonna do chicken parm. That is a request of Daniel. Wednesday, we're gonna do a stir fry. I haven't had a stir fry in quite a while. I'm debating if I wanna do rice or maybe those nice thin noodles. And then Thursday, I think I wanna do something with one of the butternut squashes. So maybe we'll do a butternut squash soup. That sounds really good. It's comforting, right? It's fall, it's cozy, it's delicious. And then Friday, we're gonna do leftovers, so that's easy. On the weekends too, I like to do some meal prep for my husband, Dan. I'm gonna do bento boxes this week, I think, and he'll take leftovers. Last week he took like wraps and sandwiches. But this week I like doing bento boxes. So pickles, pickled beans, meat, cheese, crackers, nuts, maybe a little chocolate in there, we'll see. We're gonna go do some shopping here in a bit. We're gonna go into town and then I can come back and I'll show you guys what I got, and maybe in the next video show you all the meals that I made. We'll make like a dedicated video to all the meals. They're all pretty easy too, so I'm looking forward to it. It's cozy fall meal time. I'm excited for the butternut squash soup. I have so many squashes, it's crazy, so crazy. I don't know what to do with them all. Why don't we take a little break from the weekly reset and we'll go ahead and make my pumpkin spiced coffee creamer. I'll have it linked down below. Super easy recipe. Let's get started. We need 1 3/4 cups of milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I make my own sweetened condensed milk. I will also link the recipe below. 3 tablespoons pumpkin puree. I accidentally bought pumpkin pie filling. I've made this before with this and it turned out perfectly fine. 1 teaspoon pumpkin spice and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Things first, we are going to measure out 1 3/4 cups milk of whatever your choice of milk is. I'm using whole milk. You can use 0%, 1%, 2%. I believe you can even use half and half. 1 3/4 cup milk into the pot. Now we need 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Look how nice that looks. 1 3/4 cup, right? 8 plus 6, yes. So thick. We'll go ahead and turn our stove on. We're going to have our stove over a medium-high heat, just so we can get the 2 ingredients mixed well together. Just getting a jar out for when the creamer is done. I like to use mason jars. And I got this spout lid, I don't know, mason tops from Amazon. It comes in a 2-pack. Fits right on the regular mouth mason jars. Now we are going to add 3 tablespoons of our pumpkin puree. I like to do heaping tablespoons. One teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice going in. Spoon of vanilla extract. I'm just gonna use what I have left here. And we'll give that a whisk. We're gonna cook this for a couple minutes just so the flavors emulsify together. One thing I'm going to do differently this time is I'm going to strain the pumpkin creamer. I found last time I made it, when I got to the bottom of the mason jar, it was a little gritty and I don't love that texture. I got the pumpkin creamer strained, had a little bit extra, so I put it in another mason jar. I wiped the jars down, got my lids on. I'm gonna cool this at room temperature for at least an hour. And now we have some yummy pumpkin creamer to enjoy for the week. Easy peasy, minimal effort. Today we're gonna be processing the peppers from the garden, the leftover peppers from the garden. We picked them, I wanna say about a month ago. So I think I have about 20 here that need to be processing. They're kind of sad looking, but they still taste great. Some have a couple bite holes in the bottom from my son Truett. He loves peppers. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna process these peppers. I think we're going to slice them, dice them, measure them into 1/2 cup and 1 cup portions, and put them in the freezer. First things first, I'm gonna grab a bowl for my compost. Use this bowl here. I've got my coffee. It's about 3:30 right now. My son's napping. So I thought this would be a perfect time to go ahead and get this project done. I planted, first off, I think we're gonna go with slices first. I planted these peppers we're in Ontario, growing zone 6B. I planted these peppers in the 3rd week of April. I planted, these are obviously bell peppers. I planted 6 green bell pepper plants, a couple red bell peppers. I think that, oh no, we have just 2 red peppers left. I planted jalapeno peppers and I planted cayenne peppers. That's another project for another day. I have my cayenne pepper plants. They are actually hanging out on the front porch right now. I can give you a glimpse of that after. I have them hanging out on the front porch because I'm trying to dry them. But my goal for those is I would like to dehydrate them and turn them into chili flakes and chili powder. That's something new to me. I've never dehydrated anything before. I think that will be a really fun project to do together. If you're wanting the crunch of the pepper, then freezing them is not ideal. They still taste great, but the texture is a little softer. I wouldn't say it's mushy, but it's definitely softer. So I would not recommend to use frozen bell peppers in a recipe that calls for fresh. Does that make sense? Another way to reutilize frozen bell peppers is in stuffed pepper soup. I did stuffed peppers a couple weeks ago, and I'll say I'm not a huge fan of making stuffed bell peppers because I can't seem to ever get the consistency right. I prefer my stuffed pepper to be more the consistency of a meatball or a meatloaf. I want the rice and the meat mixture to stick together. So I guess like a cabbage roll, where anytime I've tried to make stuffed bell peppers, which it's been probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now, I can't ever seem to get the consistency right. Actually, one of the meals on the docket for this upcoming week is going to be stuffed pepper soup. Keep you guys updated on how that turns out. I don't think I've ever made that before. Excited to try a new recipe. and I will for sure let you guys know how it turns out. It's soup season, right? So I'm excited for this season right now. I love fall. I love the cooking aspect of fall. All of the cozy meals. I'm a big soup person. Soups are so easy, right? Throw a bunch of things into a pot and call it a meal. Last year, I actually froze a lot of the vegetables from my garden. And one of the things that went first was my peppers. I think it's such an easy thing to have in the freezer to add to anything. I remember even adding it to my pasta sauces, like goulash, adding green peppers, such a good taste. The tang of the pepper, right? It's delicious. I accidentally diced that. My bad. A nice bowl full of sliced green bell peppers. I'm gonna put this to the side and we'll get another bowl for the diced. Let's go ahead and get these cut up. I'm sure someone is going to have a comment about the knife choice, but I actually prefer it's a serrated knife. I actually prefer using a serrated knife to cut up peppers. I find even with like a chopping knife like this, it's hard to break through the skin of the pepper. I would love to have a really nice chef's knife. Even I would love to have a bench scraper so I don't have to use my hands all the time. I will say this was one of the best years that we had for growing peppers. You know what? I would say for growing a lot of things. I'm not entirely sure what it was. This is the third year having our garden. We started off with 2 raised beds and we expanded our garden pretty drastically a couple years ago. So I'm not sure if it's the soil quality that has gotten better over the last couple of years. We do add manure into it, and I do fertilize my vegetable plants when I remember. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was the soil or if it was the cooler weather at the beginning of the growing season that we had. I'm sure it was a multitude of things that attributed to a really bountiful growing season that we had. But the peppers, look at the size of that pepper. Like in comparison to my coffee cup, it's huge. This is a standard grocery store size green bell pepper, and I got it from my backyard. I mean, mind you, some of them were smaller, but we had a ton. We've been enjoying them since, I would say, mid-July, and now it's currently the middle of October. So we've been eating on these bell peppers for a good 3 months now. I'm so happy I finally am getting to this. These peppers have been sitting on my countertop for 3 days now. I just haven't had the time to do it. My focus has been elsewhere, but I'm super happy that I get to do this with you today. It's funny though, look how busted that pepper looks on the outside, but totally fine. And it's crunchy still. It's just a little weathered looking. Yeah, and like I said, these have been sitting in my fridge for at least a month. So I would say the condition of them is not bad at all. This up a little bit and we'll get set up to start backpacking them. I would say this is probably one of our most used kitchen tools, and this food saver is 6 years old and it's still going strong. We use it for so much stuff. It's totally worth the investment. Now I'm just gonna grab a measuring cup and we can start filling the bags with the sliced and diced peppers. Basically, I'm just gonna fill my measuring cup up here. I want to do all of the bags filled with 2 cups of peppers. And I think that's a good amount. We'll go ahead and we will seal these up. Last year, one thing I did differently that I'm doing this year is I flash froze my peppers on a baking sheet. I don't think that's necessary because when you go to cook these, it doesn't matter if they're all clumped together because you're using it in a cooked form. They will break apart once they're heated up. So that's just one step that you can skip. 1, 2, 3 bags of diced peppers, so 7 cups, and 4 bags of sliced peppers. So probably about 15 cups in total. I'm super happy that we got to this project today and can't wait to use them in future recipes. And I can't wait to do another garden project with you guys. This evening we are on our way to the grocery store. Into 2 stores tonight, maybe 3. We will see how far I get with Truett here. Catch you guys at the grocery store. If not at the grocery store, then back here at the house. Here's everything I got from the grocery store. I always get a flat of eggs. There's 30 eggs in here. And then I got some sausages and pork. What is this? Pork loin, half center sirloin. I don't know. We cut it into basically pork chops. Nice part about buying a chunk of meat like this is you can customize your cut of meat, basically. Got those bad boys. And then some cheese, because I'm gonna do the chicken parmesan one night for dinner. I believe that's Tuesday's dinner. Some milk for us and Truett. Yogurt. And then these are gonna be for my stir fry. Truett eats about half a banana every day. Apples were on sale. Blueberries were on sale. I haven't bought blueberries in a long time. Always get romaine, cucumber, carrots. These little watermelons were on sale. And I got some dry dips so I can make some veggie dip for us for the week. Panko for the chicken parmesan, granola bars. Don't look at these. Just a couple snacks. I haven't really been buying snacks lately. My husband, Dan, likes to call our house an ingredient house. I thought I would buy some snacks. These were $1.99, $1.29, and these were on sale for $1 also. I think they're little Italian wafer cookies. They looked good. Little snacky snack at night. Overall haul of what I got tonight. Now we're ready for the upcoming week. We can get all our meal prep done tomorrow. It's about 8:45 right now. I think we had a super productive day today. We cleaned out the fridge. We meal planned for the upcoming week. We got our groceries done. We got the green peppers processed and put in the freezer. So all in all, I think we had a really productive day together. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.